Part 1 is finally out after a 10-day wait, but not gonna lie, it was completely worth it. We saw that how every function of Titan TV Man is different and every part of his body has its own sense. But how did only the sword teleport it here? What did Titan TV Man and this large TV man said? What did the white particles do? How were these lasers of fake G-Man destroyed, and why weren't these two Titans doing anything? But before we dive deep into the analysis of this episode, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So let's go. The episode begins, and we see an agent running towards the Skibidi bunker, and my theory about episode 67, part 4, and episode 68, part 1, taking place at the same time, was quite true. Though we see that how the agents get into the Skibidi bunker, and how the large speaker man sacrifices himself to get the other agents in, but you'll be shocked after I tell you what Titan TV Man did, and nobody noticed it, but let's get everything in order. Though we can see that there's another keypad on the door of this bunker, and this really has a darker meaning, but we'll leave this here for now and move ahead. So we see a G-Man clone rushing towards Titan TV Man while shooting hell lot of rockets to him, but the thing that the large TV man said to POV cameraman was really something else. But we'll get to it. So G-Man's clone shoots a rocket, but it doesn't affect the Titan TV Man. By the way, DeFook also wrote in the video description, TV Titan Flex, and this kinda means that we got to see all of his abilities, and he really did flex a lot in this episode. But anyways, nothing happens to the Titan, but instead, he reverses a rocket towards G-Man toilet just like his voice is reversed. Though after that, he uses his core energy and kicks the shit out of G-Man's clone, and we see that he used is continuously on the scientist toilet. But here, he just shot it like a rocket. Titan TV Man really is something else, but what happened after this was the real stuff. Because the second G-Man clone shoots his laser at Titan TV Man's core, but Titan TV Man's energy particles change color, and they most likely protect his core from these attacks. That's why I think he's totally undefeatable. Though the particles here were purple before, but they turned yellow, means that Titan TV Man's core could suck any type of energy in it, and that's why the particles and his core turned yellow. For a while, and he did shot the lasers back at the G-Man toilet, and that was the reason his lasers were destroyed means. Any attack on Titan TV Man will be reversed. Bruh, that's sick anyways then happens. The interesting stuff, because Titan TV Man separates his head from his body, just like TV Woman does, and we see that he's pulling out lasers to kick the shit out of this G-Man, but we also see some purple buttons on the attachment that Titan TV Man has, and these are most likely for emergency purposes, though he also has these particles on his screen, and this means that this is most likely his weak point. Though all the parts of Titan TV Man's body have their own senses, but after the main screen goes away, some helicopter Skibidi come and try to destroy the body of Titan TV Man, but we see that his body has blocked these attacks with the swords, and the two screens also detach from his body and go to kick the shit out of these toilets. And we also see guns on top of these, but they don't shot that purple laser. Instead, just normal rockets, though here, Titan TV Man's body gets attacked from behind, but he changes his direction, and we see the toilet that he shot his core attack on, though we see that his whole face is burnt, and also witness that this is a single turbine and is only for jump boost. Though the only problem here is how can he see that? If we look closely at him, we notice that there's another screen, but yeah, this is probably the screen that is controlling his own body, and this is his main screen, and the rest is just to fool the toilets. Though then the toilet becomes really scared, and he jumps right at the Skibidi toilet, and just crashes right into him. But then the POV moves around, and we see the large screen of Titan TV Man burning G-Man clone with the red laser. And this screen is creating the same Affect TV Woman's beam does to burn the toilets, while the other screen uses hypnosis and crashes right into the other helicopter. Though after this, these screens retreat, and we can see that both screens have different personalities. One screen is smiling just like TV Woman does, and the other is just chill, by the way. These screens also have this red button on them, and this mini screen on the back of them, but they also have something else. But we'll get to that later in the video, but we see that the large screen has defeated the fake G-Man, and their different personalities confirm that all of these are different and are not one body, though after this, all the screens are finally coming back to where they belong, but we see Titan TV Man killing the Skibidi. That was in the decoy, and here we notice some mechanism on top of the turbine, though after this, Titan TV Man smashes the head of the Skibidi toilet, but a parasite tries to infect. And this really was the interesting part, because here, the parasite tries to infect the Titan, but gets burnt. because of the particles means that this guy is parasite-proof. But you know what's even more interesting than this, the lines that TV men spoke. But we'll get to it in order, so everything comes back in its place, and we see the guns going down, but the camera moves, and here we see the cameraman and speaker man holding this G-Man's buzzsaw, but I couldn't understand that. Where did his glasses go? Anyways, the Titans leave him, and he is ready to kill the POV cameraman, but Titan TV man teleports his hand behind him, though he also says something, and I got it decoded for you. So yeah, after this, he destroys G-Man's laser, and this clone is like, that wasn't a fair fight, and just gets himself killed, but after that, both the Titans look pretty happy, as we can see from their hand expressions, though the teleportation of this hand means that. Not even a single part of his body is controlled by another, and even if he gets attacked and gets destroyed, all other parts will just retreat, though Titan makes a face expression. After this, a Skibidi toilet comes towards the cameraman, but large TV man comes and kills the toilet, but he says something that is pretty hard to understand, but I got it. And this sounds pretty funny, though. After this, some real stuff happens, because cameraman points towards the Skibidi bunker, but the large TV man says, and this means that TV men already know that what to do, and he then says, and oh boy, this means we're gonna see what's inside the Skibidi bunker, but from two POV cameramen like we got in episode 60, and this also means that TV man first wanted to know what happens there because they wouldn't want their Titan to get in a trap. But I think that this episode is also gonna contain 4 parts, and the Titans will most likely try to destroy the Skibidi base and the Skibidi scientist, because we may...
My camera got shut down because its battery was low. Anyways, bye guys.